Hey, what's up, guys? It is now September, which means it is time for me to start a new blast cycle. I've been off like high amounts of gear, only stuck to a TRT regimen of 150 milligrams a week. So I'm going back to what I know, my tried and true stack. I was thinking about experimenting with new things, trying EQ, even trying longer esters like Deca, but I've decided not against that because what I have done has worked and it's fulfilled my goals. It's fulfilled what the whole purpose of taking steroids was, which is getting the results I expected without having negative side effects. And I got my blood work done right when I was at the end of the blast, and HDL was a bit low, but that's because I was doing Anavar at the time, which is, I think, the major cause of that. And it's no big deal if HDL goes down just for a small period of time. Now, but everything else was fine. So I'm going back on cycle, and I want to, first of all, just take a look at myself. Let's see, bicep flex, not bad. I just want to see like generally what I look at. Hey, get out of my video, because in a month or two, I want to watch this video and see any noticeable facial differences, bloating, etc., or even less water weight. Because well, let's get right to what I'm going to be taking, which is I'm starting off with around 300 to 400 tests. In between that, 300 and 400 Masteron, and around 200 MPP for the first month. Okay, that's in the first month, I like to just get my feet wet. I don't like to jump straight into high amounts, because I might even do this for not just 3 months, maybe 4 months. So first month, just get feet wet a bit, see how I respond, see my strength and size gains, and then take it up a notch and see if I'm bloating up a bit, seeing maybe anxiety because increasing my MPP dose might cause that. We'll see. Strength and size, maybe it's going to blow up, so maybe I just want to see what my limit is, because, and this is maybe going to be the purpose of this video, which is with the shorter acting esters, like MPP, you can fine tune it a lot better because you don't have to wait weeks to see the results, correct? MPP, you'll see it within 2 weeks. Testosterone cypionate, it's a 7-day half-life. You build your blood serum concentration levels up in a few weeks too. And so within a few weeks, 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, you'll see results. And the Masteron, I take propionate, which is the shortest ester. I was considering taking an athlete, but considering I'm taking it every other day, like injecting every other day, propionate is fine. And so, yeah, to get what I was talking about, in 1 month you'll see results, right? As opposed to waiting more than a month, because your blood serum concentration levels of the nandrolone and testosterone will be there. Everything will be there, like in the range that you projected it to be. So then and if you feel fine, you see results or whatever, by the second month you increase it maybe 1/10 of a milliliter of testosterone up, 1/10 of a milliliter of the nandrolone up, and then every other day, and then quite a bit more milliliter, 0.1 milliliter of Masteron up. So you're adding everything up cumulatively for the second month, and then within 2 weeks you'll see, oh, maybe I'm getting a bit bloated. Oh, maybe my heart rate is, my blood pressure is a bit not ideal. Oh, maybe I feel like shit. I'm a bit anxious. Okay, then you know what your limit is, and you dial it back to what previously worked, where you didn't have those, and so you're getting all of the anabolic effects without the negative side effects. So you reach that wall, and you can do that with the shorter esters, okay? if you're really truly pro, you would know that with the longer essays as well, what you can tolerate and what not because of your blood work and because you've been doing it for a long time. Okay, but for a lot of you who might be watching this video, who aren't pro, who might be relatively new to this, I really recommend the shorter esters. And why not? Like, why choose DECA over MPP when you're doing testosterone cypionate with a half-life only like 6 days? So like you take something like MPP that has a relatively similar half-life, give or take a few days. It's like, well, you're taking things that have a short half-life already, so why not do the nandrolone, which also does, right? And it hits a bit harder. You see the results faster. You can get on it quicker, get the results quicker, and then when you get off, it'll clear faster as well, correct? And for somebody who's not necessarily a powerlifter or like going for professional bodybuilder, that is, I think, more ideal. Now the stack I'm on, which is the test, MAST, and MPP, starting at 300, going to 400, and potentially 500 test, 500 MAST, and around 300 MPP. I don't like to push MPP more than 300. That's enough. That's a considerable amount. That's more than a gram of gear. And also at the last 6 weeks, potentially adding that Anavar, all right? So between all of those, like, the cumulative anabolic effect is substantial. But we're picking clean compounds. We're picking compounds that are well known and studied. The biggest risk between all of those, I think, is estrogenic side effects from testosterone. Obviously, once I go past 400, but I know what to look for that, right? The other risk is with reduced HDL from masteron and, as I mentioned, Anavar, and also prolactin / side effects from the MPP. But that's why I keep it below 300, because I think that's well within good range for that. And between the MPP and the testosterone, like, you can put on some considerable size and strength. Like, I don't know if you watched my videos before, me in the gym. Like, when I'm on cycle on that, I'm crushing weights. Right now, I've been off for 2 months, and to be honest, I kind of suck right now. Like, my bench press is shit. Everything's kind of shit, but that's fine. When I'll go back on, I'll start crushing that gym again. And the other aspect is I train boxing pretty considerably. Okay, so I'm not just doing bodybuilding or strength training. I'm also doing functional, high intensity interval training, and as well, actually in the ring, punching people, fighting people. And I'm 41 years old, around 215 pounds, and I'm in great shape for that. Like, seriously, most of the time when I spar with guys, I win. I dominate. And I haven't even been boxing for that long, only like a year and a half. Not to toot my own horn here too much, but I'm just saying, once I get on that gear again and start going hardcore boxing training, my trainers are like top level boxers, like professional back in the day, the 90s and 2000s. So I'm going to be like, I think in the next 3 months, dialed on this stack. I'm going to keep this stack because really, I don't know what other things, what else could I do instead of Anavar, maybe T-ball? No, I really don't think so, because T-ball has might have too much androgenic effects. Anavar just works. It's beautiful. What else? Instead of Masteron, maybe Primobolan or EQ? I don't think so. I think Masteron is great. It just works. It's beautiful. Testosterone obviously is what it is, and some people are against nandrolone. Like, I know, like, Dr. Todd Lee, he hates nandrolone. I know some other people don't like nandrolone, and I understand why, but I think it's just when you run too high amounts of it. So you got to keep it low. Just have just a touch of it. A little goes a long way, especially when you're doing a lot of tests already, right? Test is the main compound, so you're pushing relatively high tests. You're doing well already. You don't need much more nandrolone. You don't need to match androgen with testosterone at like a 1-to-1 ratio. It's like, you know, a 2-to-1 ratio at very most. So yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. What are your thoughts on that? But again, I just want to see myself right now. I'm starting literally my first injection of this new cycle tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll keep you guys updated more. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.